Welcome to one and all. Today I am going to discuss strategic management for first MCOM. Then we go for the unit number 1, strategic management. Under the strategic management, we will have a brief introduction about strategy. The word strategy comes from the ancient Greek word strategos, meaning the art of the general. Strategy is an action that managers take to attain one or more of the organization goal. A strategy is all about integrating organizational activities and utilizing and allocating the scarce resource within the organizational environment so as to meet the present objectives. While planning a strategy, it is essential to consider that decisions are not taken in a vacuum and that any act taken by a firm is likely to be met by a reaction from those affected, competitors, customers, employees or suppliers. We'll go for the what are the strategy management typically involves. It analyzes internal and external strength and weakness, formulating action plans, executing action plans, evaluating to what degree action plans have been successful and making changes when desired results are not being produced. Then we'll move to the definition of strategic management. Strategic management is a process of managing the pursuit of organization mission while managing the relationship of the organization to its environment according to James M. Higgins. Strategy can also be defined as a general direction set for the company and its various components to achieve a desired state in the future. Strategy results from the detailed strategic planning process. Then we will see the nature and scope of strategic management. Strategic management is both an art and science of coordinating, implementing and evaluating cross-functional decisions that facilitate an organization to accomplish its objectives. The purpose of strategy management is to use and create new and different opportunity for future. Then we go for the benefit of strategic management. Strategic management allows an organization to be more proactive than reactive in shaping its own future. It allows an organization to initiate and influence rather than just respond to activities and thus to exert control over its own destiny. Then we move to the financial benefit of strategic management. Research indicates that organizations using strategic management concept are more profitable and successful than those that do not. Businesses using strategic management concept show significant improvement in sales, profitability and productivity compared to firms without systematic planning activities. Then we'll see the non-financial benefits. Besides helping firms avoid financial demise, strategic management offers other tangible benefits such as enhanced awareness of external threat and improved understanding of competitor strategies, increased employee productivity, reduced resistance to change and a clearer understanding of performance-reward relationship. Strategic management enhances the problem prevention capabilities of organization because it promotes interaction among managers at all divisional and functional levels. Then we'll see the what are the strategic management offers the benefit. First, it allows for identification, prioritization and exploitation of opportunities. Then it provides an objective view of management problems. It represents a framework for improved coordination and control of activities. Then we'll see the strategic risk management. Risk includes shift in consumer demand and preferences, legal and regulatory changes, competitive pressure, merger integration, technological changes, senior management turnover, stakeholder pressure. Then we'll move to the approaches of strategic management. First approach, design approach. The design approach to strategic management is a top-down approach in which strategy is designed by the top management team. Planning approach. In the planning approach to strategy management, strategy is not created by the top management team but by specialized planners within the organization. Then positioning approach. The positioning approach is concerned with the firm's place in the overall market. Then we'll go for the process of strategic management. Strategic management process has following 4 steps. First one, environmental scanning. Environmental scanning refers to a process of collecting, scrutinizing and providing information for strategic purposes. Then next process, strategy formulation. Strategy formulation is the process of deciding best course of action for accomplishing organizational objectives and hence achieving organizational purposes. Then next one, strategy implementation. Strategy implementation implies making the strategy work as intended or putting the organization chosen strategy into action. The last one, strategy evaluation. Strategy evaluation is the final step of strategy management process. We will see the role of strategic management. Strategies, deployment and implementation methods, complete development of strategies and objectives, share draft plan with middle level managers, accept and incorporate appropriate feedback from middle level managers, brief senior leadership team on changes, share draft plan with the employees, provide feedback to senior leadership team during facilitate feedback session, plan way to incorporate strategic plan resources, requirement into the budgeting process, assist the senior leadership team by being the central point of contact for the strategic planning effort. Then we'll see the corporate vision, mission and philosophy. First we'll see the vision statement. A vision statement describes what a company desires to achieve in the long run, generally in a time frame of 5 to 10 years or sometimes even longer. It depicts a vision of what the company will look like into the future and sets a defined direction for the planning and execution of corporate level strategies. A vision statement describes the desired future position of the company. We'll just see the definition of vision. According to Miller and Des, he has defined vision as a category of intentions that are broad, all-inclusive and forward-thinking. The definition lays stress on the following. Broad and all-inclusive intentions. Vision is forward-thinking process. Then we go for the envisioning. This is a process of creating vision. It is a difficult and complex task. A well-conceived vision must have core ideology, envisioned future. Core ideology will remain unchanged. It has an enduring character. It consists of core values and core purposes. Core values are essential tenet of an organization. Core purpose is related to the reasoning of existence of organization. Envisioned future will basically deal with the following. The long-term objectives of the organization, clear description of articulated future. Then we'll have the advantages of having a vision. A few benefits occurring to an organization having a vision are as follows. They foster experimentation. Vision promote long-term thinking. Vision foster risk-taking. They can be used for the benefit of people. They make organization competitive, original and unique. Good vision represent integrity. They are inspiring and motivating to people working in organization. Then we'll see the features of vision statement. Audacious, in other words, go large. Focus on achievement. Define what successes look like for your organization. Then we'll go for the futuristic. Pull out your old grammar books and look for gerund verbs. Gerund are a great beginning. Many vision statements start with words like creating, building, moving. Choose your verb carefully, though words matter. If your vision statement is too general, your audience won't know what you are saying. If a statement is too specific, it can limit your success. Clear or descriptive. Your statement should be clear, short statement. It paints picture of excellence. Readers should be able to visualize what will be happening in your organization when the vision is fully made. It will be clear what your employees will be taking about around the coffee bar, what your customers are saying standing in front of your building, or what your chief financial officer is telling your city mayor. Then we'll see the examples of vision statement. BSNL vision statement. To become the largest telecom service provider in Asia. Walt Disney vision statement. Make people happy. Stokes Eye Clinic, Fluorescence, South Carolina. Our vision is to take care of your vision. Infosys vision. To be a global respected corporation that provides best of bread business solutions, leveraging technology delivered by best in-class people. Then we'll have the mission. The mission statement states the role that organizations play in a society. It is one of the popular philosophical issues which is being looked into business manager since last 2 decades. We'll see the definition of mission. A few definitions of mission are as follows. According to Inger and Wieland, they define mission as a purpose or reason for the organization. We'll see the nature of mission. A few points regarding nature of mission statement are as follows. It gives social reasoning. It specifies the role in which the organization plays in society. It is a basic reason for existence. It is philosophical and visionary. It relates to top management values. It has long-term perspective. It is legitimizes societal existence. It is a stylistic objectives. It reflects corporate philosophy, identify character and image of organization. Then we see the features. In order to be effective, a mission statement should possess the following features. A mission statement should be realistic and achievable. Impossible statements do not motivate people. It should neither be too broad nor be too narrow. If it is broad, it will become meaningless. A narrower mission statement restricts the activities of organization. A mission statement should not be ambitious. It must be clear for action. Highly philosophical statements do not give clarity. A mission statement should be distinct. If it is not distinct, it will not have any impact. Copied mission statement do not create any impression. It should have societal linkage. Linking the organization to society will build long-term perspective in a better way. It should be motivating for members of the organization and of society. The mission statement should indicate the process of accomplishing objectives. The clues to achieve the mission will be guiding force. Then we'll see the examples of mission statement. A few examples of mission statement academically not accepted are as follows. India Today, the complete new magazine. Bajaj Auto, value for money for years. HCL, to be a world-class competitor. HCMT, timekeepers of the nation. Some experts argue that these are the publicity slogans. They are not mission statements. A few other examples are as follows. Landbacks Industries, to become a research-based international pharmaceutical company. Sjctnc, to make India an economic power in the lifetime about 10 to 15 years of its founding senior manager. Then we'll go for the formulation of mission statement. The mission statement are formulated from the following sources. National priority projected in a plan document and industrial policy statement. Corporate philosophy has developed over the years. Major strategists have vision to develop mission statement. The service of consultant may be hired. Mission is purpose. The term purpose was used by some strategists. At some places, it was used as synonymous to mission. A few major points of distinction are as follows. Mission is a societal reasoning, while the purpose is the overall reason. Mission is external reasoning and related to external environment. Purpose is internal reasoning and related to internal environment. Mission is for outsiders, while purpose is for its own employees. We will see the difference between vision and mission. First difference, purpose. Under the vision, it tells what an organization aims to achieve. Under mission, it states what a company is currently doing. Then, answer the question. Second difference, answer the question. Under the vision, what do we want to become? Under the mission, what do we do? Then, vision includes objectives, values. Mission includes customers, product or services, markets, technology, concern for survival, philosophy, self-concept, concern for public image, concern for employees. Then we go for the next difference, future or present time. Vision talks about the future, but mission talks about the present. To whom it is developed. The next difference, vision is employees of the company, but for mission, employees, customers, suppliers, distributors, partners and communities. Then we go for corporate philosophy. The corporate philosophy covers fundamental thought related to the company. It includes a vision, the values and a mission. The values in a corporate philosophy, the values, sometimes called the code of ethics, can be co-authored by employees. After all, theoretically defined values have no use, they are not lived. The discussion about joint values can be a team building experience and distinctive for the employees. The value establishes a framework for behavior that is binding for everyone. Acting as an important role model, management must exemplify this principle at all times. Value influences the business culture. This can be readily recognized by customers, partners and suppliers and will have impact on the company's image. A clearly defined corporate philosophy gives the entrepreneur the opportunity to hold all the S's. The joint direction is clear to supervisors and staff. The vision is likely like a lighthouse, always shining and guiding the way. In this way, the existing and new employees can see the meaning of their work. Out of the conflict between the current status and the targeted status arises a motivation for change, which proves to be a constant source of energy. If you are aware of the vision, you can more easily define for yourself concrete intermediate goals. The business culture will also be demonstrated publicly, and this has an impact of the company's image in the market. A corporate philosophy creates competitive advantages which can be measured in the employee's performance, resulting in the company's success. Then, strategy management viewed in a different context. Although all businesses share common fundamental principles, they can also differ in many ways, such as the following. Private companies have objectives such as making a profit or increasing their market share. Public sector organizations may exist to provide a service. A not-for-profit organization such as a club exists to provide facility and entertainment for its members. Likewise, there are differences between organizations in terms of their strategies. Small business. The small business is likely to find it more difficult to raise finance, and so growth is sometimes difficult to achieve. For the same reason, the smaller business may find it difficult to pursue growth through new product development. Finally, in the small business, the character, skills and vision of its owners are likely to be much more significant in business success or failure than in larger organizations. Multinational companies. By their nature, these are complex organizations, and unlike small businesses, their strategies will be linked to the control of a range of businesses or divisions spread across a number of different countries, thus adding complication due to financial and language differences as well as differences of culture. Strategic management in these circumstances will be the concern of a large number of managers whose day-to-day decision must be within the overall strategy of the company. Then, manufacturing and service organization. These differ in important ways, reflecting their differing objectives. In the case of the manufacturer, it is the quality of the product which creates a company competitiveness, and therefore its strategy will be closely linked to the product. In the case of service provision, the competitiveness of one of organization with respect to its rival will depend on less obvious aspects such as the public perception of the company based on publicity and image marketing strategies, as for instance in getting the strength of a particular insurance company around you. Thus, those at the sharp end of the service provider will be more likely to be in control of company strategy, whereas it is those at senior level in manufacturing companies who will have the greater influence. Service product have a number of characteristics which give rise to special consideration for strategic management in service organization. Service products are essentially intangible, which means they cannot be touched or stored, and they are inseparable, in that the service provider is inevitably present when the service is consumed. These characteristics mean that the following are key issues in the strategy management of service providers: the difficulty of differentiating service product to gain a strategic competitive advantages, the importance of synchronizing demand and supply, the importance of supplier reputation and hence word of mouth in customer choice. With service product, we need to consider an extended marketing mix with the three additional elements of processes, physical evidence and people. Then we go for voluntary and not-for-profit organization. This class include charities, foundation, clubs, learned society, trade association, professional bodies, etc. Although they do not exist to make a profit, many of these organizations end the year with a surplus of income or expenditure from their training activities. They will also have income from membership fees, donation and bequest. Where they differ financially from commercial organizations is that they apply their income and surpluses to furthering the purpose of the club, society or charity, and not to pay dividend to shareholders. Because of their dependence on funding from sponsors rather than clients, it is easy for the effort of not-for-profit organizations to be concentrated on lobbying for resources, which makes it difficult for them to have a clear strategic plan. In the case of voluntary organizations, their basis for existence is deeply rooted in particular shared values, and these have an important influence on the development of strategy. Then, innovative organizations. Companies such as Hewlett-Packard have a strategy which encourages employees to develop new ideas in order to keep their business at the cutting edge of the computer sector in which they operate. Hewlett-Packard's way of doing this is to set aside work time each day specifically for the purpose of allowing their employees to pursue such activities. This is not a new concept in business, since the General Electric Company were concerned with the same strategy 30 years previously. GEC used the ability of the company to meet customer need at minimum cost for developing, manufacturing and marketing new product. The company or an integrated segment of it exploited new scientific and technical knowledge in manufacturing and marketing as well as engineering to lead competition in aggressively applying such knowledge in the creation and marketing of new product. To do this, they took account not only of innovation but also of the ability to capitalize on new ideas at the right time and at a cost and the quality required that would appeal to the customer and make the new product successful. Next, we will see professional service organization. Services such as medical, accountancy, and the law still see traditional based values as an important part of their enterprises. Often, these organizations take the form of partnership, which consists of two or more persons carrying on a business together. This form of organization appeal to professional people since they can retain a large amount of individual freedom of action and maintain their personal relationship with the client while gaining the advantages of large amount of capital and of expertise that would be available to individuals. In terms of strategic management in such an arrangement, the main difficulties arise where difference of opinion have to be resolved in order to pursue an agreed policy. Next, we will see the public sector organization. It is important to recognize that the public sector comprises a very diverse set of business organizations. In fact, it has a number of subsectors including regulatory bodies, local authorities, social and health services, education providers, some trading companies, advice services, police and defense, and many others. Each of these subsectors to some extent and its own special characteristics with regard to strategic management. However, recognizing this, it is possible to point to some of the distinct factors affecting the strategic management in the public sector organization. Decision by managers in such organization will often be taken in the context of such political regulatory requirement. For example, a requirement to buy from domestic suppliers. Many public sector bodies operate within laws and regulation designed to prevent corruption and favoritism, which entitle very formal and bureaucratic structure and procedure which can be resistant to change. Then we'll see the business ethics. First of all, we define what is business ethics. Business ethics refers to carrying business as per self-acknowledged moral standard. It is actually a structure of moral principles and code of conduct applicable to a business. Business ethics are applicable not only to the manner the business relates to a customer, but also to the society at large. It is a work of right and wrong things from business point of view. Then we see the various ethical principles. First one, it protects the basic right of the employees or workers. Follow health, safety and environmental standards. Continuously improvise the product, operation and production facilities to optimize the resource consumption. Do not replicate the packaging style so as to mislead the consumers. Indulge in truthful and reliable advertising. Strictly adhere to the product safety standard. Accept new ideas. Encourage feedback from both employees as well as customers. Present factual information. Maintain accurate and true business record. The mission and vision of the company should be very clear to it. Meet all the commitment and the obligation timely. Encourage free and open competition. Do not ruin competitors' image by fraudulent practices. The policies and procedures of the company should be updated regularly. Maintain confidentiality of personal data and property record held by the company. Do not accept child labor, forced labor or any other human right abuses. Then we'll go to the social responsibilities. Social responsibility means making sure that people's quality of life and their human rights are not compromised to accomplish your expectation and demand. Example, for instance, purchasing goods and food that have been traded fairly and manufactured in good condition. Social responsibility refers to the obligation of an organization to seek action that protect and improve the welfare of society along with its own interests. The idea that as social obligation above and beyond making profit. Responsibility of a business person. Friedman, traditional view of business responsibility. Friedman argues against the concept of social responsibility, that is the primary goal of business firm is profit maximization, not spending shareholders' money for the general social interest. There is one and only one social responsibility of business to use its resources and engage in activities designed to increase its profit so long as it stays within the rules of the game, which is to say, engages in open and free competition without deception of fraud. He says the socially responsible action at a firm efficiency. Then we'll see the Carol's four responsibility of business. He proposes that the manager of business organization should have four responsibilities: economic, legal, ethical, and discretionary. Ethical and discretionary are the social responsibility, while economic and legal are the top priority for a firm to continue its existence. He proposed that a lack of social responsibility result in increased government regulation, which reduce a firm efficiency. Economic responsibility are to produce goods and services of value to society so that the firm may repay its creditors and shareholders. Example: be profitable, maximize sales revenue, minimize cost, make wise strategy decision, etc. Legal responsibility are defined by government in laws that management is expected to obey. Obey all laws such as environmental law, consumer law, quality laws, etc. Ethical responsibility of an organization management are to follow the generally held belief about how one should act in a society. For example, creating job opportunities, providing product as per the need of the customers, etc. Discretionary responsibility are the purely voluntary obligation a corporate assumes. Examples are contribution program, supporting community education, health, poverty, etc. Then we'll have the strategic leadership. We have different types of strategic leaders. First we'll see the authoritarian high task low relationship, then team leader high task high relationship, then country club low task high relationship, then improvised low task low relationship. Then we see the features, quality of effective strategic leaders that to lead to superior performance are as follows. First one, loyalty. Powerful and effective leaders demonstrate their loyalty to their vision by their words and action, keeping them updated. Efficient and effective leaders keep themselves updated about what is happening within their organization. They have various formal and informal sources of information in the organization. Then judicious use of power. Strategic leaders make a very wise use of their power. They must play the power game skillfully and try to develop consent for their ideas rather than forcing their ideas upon others. They must push their ideas gradually. Have wider outlook. Strategic leaders just don't have skills in their narrow specialty, but they have a little knowledge about a lot of things. Motivation. Strategic leaders must have a zeal for work that goes beyond money and power. And also they should have an inclination to achieve goals with energy and determination. Compassion. Strategic leaders must understand the views and feelings of their subordinates and make decisions after considering them. Self-control. Strategic leaders must have the potential to control disturbing moods and desires. That is, they must think before acting. Social skills. Strategic leaders must be friendly and social. Then self-awareness. Strategic leaders must have the potential to understand their own moods and emotions as well as their impact on others. Readiness to delegate and authorize. Effective leaders are proficient at delegation. They are well aware of the fact that delegation will avoid overloading of responsibilities on the leaders. They also recognize the fact that authorizing the subordinate to make decisions will motivate them a lot. Then articulation. Strong leaders are articulate enough to communicate the vision. Vision of where the organization should head to the organization members in terms that boost those members. Then we'll go for the strategic decision making. Strategic decision making is a process of charting a course based on long-term goals and a long-term vision. By clarifying your company's big picture aims, you will have the opportunity to align your shorter-term plan with this deeper, broader vision, giving your operation clarity and consistency. To summarize, strategic decision making involves the following three things: the long-term way forwarded for the company, selection of proper market for the company, the product and tactics needed to succeed in the target market.